underdog role, I know that's something that you guys have been facing pretty much the whole season. From the outside looking in, maybe it seems like, okay, at some point it doesn't really mean that much because you guys just hear that underdog role, week after week after week, and maybe kind of really goes over your head, and maybe there's other stuff that motivate you. But do you feel personally that underdog role is something that just is always fuel to the fire, or you just kind of really put it in its own perspective because maybe you guys heard it a lot during the season?
I mean, yeah, I had said it in an interview about like last week or 2 weeks ago that most of the players on this team are underdogs, and that's kind of the identity that we came in here with. You think about most of our star players: Shamari Simmons, Xavier Alford, Jordan Tyson, Sam Leavitt, Cam Scatterbo with FCS. I was FCS. A lot of guys are FCS transfers or guys that were backups at their old school, and you see a lot of guys from Texas that transferred here because they had to go get some more playing time. So it's just kind of our underdog role. That it's just our identity, and a lot of us just are hungry just to go out there and compete. And when we get our opportunity, like we do on the big stage against Iowa State and big games against Kansas State, BYU, we make plays. And got Sam Leavitt, he transferred here too, and he's just he was hungry day one. He got on campus, and that's just kind of who we are off the field as well. So it's just kind of like it would happen organically, and it wasn't forced at all.
Sam, you've talked about all season about your excitement and wanting to play in big games and be after the big lights. But now being in this college football playoff, what excites you about this opportunity to play against one of college football's blue bloods in Texas in the CFP?
Yeah, just have everybody see what we can really do as a team, and what I can do as an individual, and just the opportunity to be on this stage against one of the best teams in college football. And it's just all you can ask for is an opportunity, and we've done something with it every time this season. So I'm just excited to be able to be on that stage and under those lights in that arena and just feel the juice and be with my guys and be able to compete.
Robbie.
Hey guys, Robbie Baker with Fox 10. Cam was just saying a few minutes ago how unusual it is when you're playing in a season to have 3 weeks off like you guys had with this bye. What is this time off kind of been like? Maybe a chance to recharge the batteries a little bit.
For the guys that play most of the season, just get our bodies back. This late in the season is about who's staying healthy, who can execute. But those 3 weeks off, we wasn't just go on vacation and stuff. The guys got their body right, mind right, and we hit the ground running when we came back from break, and even we had a short 24 hours for Christmas and stuff. But Coach Millingham did a good job of just getting everybody on schedule, making sure we're not losing a step, and we've been having great practices since we've been back. Nobody's really tired, out of shape. Body's healthy, and just trying to get everybody as close to 100% as possible come Wednesday.
Yeah, I feel like there's a way to approach it. You don't want to tire yourself out in those 3 weeks and just constantly grind, because it's a long season. So you got that time off, and you got to take a little bit of time to yourself. So you have to understand what the exact time period is where I'm going to relax and take time to myself and just let my body heal and my mind, relax, because there's so much toll of the whole season and stress and everything like that. And then when you got to get back to work, understand that you can't. You got to ease back into it a little bit, and then it's full throttle once you get back into the motion of things. So it was a good time off, and I'm fully re-energized and ready to go.
That's the back to Chris.
Chris Carpenter was Sam. Were you studying Texas and Clemson even before that game was played, and having more time to watch film of Texas, does that help? And it's so in what ways?
No, I wasn't watching Clemson and Texas because I didn't want to, watch one team and the other and then get confused. Wait, I thought that was Clemson or Texas, so I kind of waited to see what the team, whoever won was, and, as soon as the game was over, then you dial it in, because then you get that time where they're still recovering to be able to dial it in and everything like that. But, we've had some time to, it's a longer week than normal, so you got to be extra prepared and know your game plan even better and see certain looks and understand what you're going to do with that.
And then what are the things you've seen that have led to them generating so many turnovers?
I would just say them being so stout and everybody being where they're supposed to be, and then they have players on top of that, corners that are driving routes in a cover 3 look, and, safeties playing aggressive, And everybody's where they're supposed to be, and they're, physically dominant. So when you get those two things combined, you're able to play coverage behind a base look, and then the quarterback feels flustered and might make some dumb plays. So that's one thing that I'm going to really emphasize going into this game, just being smart with the ball.
Doug, and then Jake.
Guys, Kenny has said that from day one that he was always going, you guys are going to work harder than anybody, but you're also going to have fun doing it. How much has that ability to kind of keep things loose helped you? Sam, you mentioned kind of the monotony of the long season. How much has that kind of helped you during this run, just this ability to keep things light on occasion?
Yeah, I think it makes you play better. Me, I've always, everybody's here, they enjoy the game at some point, and people lose sight of that. I feel like when they get to this level, or even the NFL, and they think it's too much of a job, or it's not a game. And it's, at the end of the day, it's still a game that you're playing, and you might be doing it for a bigger purpose, but you got to enjoy what you do. And if you do that, then you're going to work even harder and play even harder and want to win more and everything like that. So I feel first you got to enjoy the game and the moments, and be able to when you step in the building, love being in the place that you're being at. Not only the environment outside of football, but the people in the building. So that's one thing that I feel like we offer at ASU that nobody else does, is be able to be at this winning program in this big of a city and have this culture.
Yeah, it's just getting the right guys. That's the first step, is getting the right guys here. Coach Dillingham gives us a lot of freedom to express ourselves and be who we are on practice, on the game day. But that comes, you have to earn that. That's just something that getting the right guys in here, we're gonna honor that. And so Coach Dillingham allowing us to have fun all the time. And obviously it helps us play relaxed, but he's got the guys in here. We know when to turn it on. We know when it's time to focus. It's time to work hard, put your head down. And we got all the right guys on this team that want to. The guys around this team right now are just all, we don't even have to tell them to go. That's just what they're gonna do. It's just getting the right guys in who are going to work hard regardless of the situation, time off, or bye week, or if we're winning 6 games in a row like we have. It's just about being focused and detailed in everything we do.
Jake, Blake, and then Damon.
Hey guys, Jake Sundell's out here. Just a question for Xavier. You've been here through the highs and lows, the 3-9 season last year to now. What have you seen from not only the returners but the new guys, just the overall energy of the locker room and the community around you guys that have been supporting you all year long?
Yeah, it started back in January. It really started when Coach Dillingham first got here. He established a culture, and I know in the day of social media, everybody wants instant success and overnight success, and things like what Coach Dillingham is building a culture. It takes time, and what's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day, or something like that. It takes time, and the fact that he was able to do it in year 2, get a Big 12 championship, this is a testament to what he was trying to build and getting the right guys in. So yeah, I was there for the 3-9 season. A lot of dudes injured. I was one of them. But it's just sticking to the game plan, not going astray, not leaving just because it's not working out. But the guys that stayed, like Caleb McCullough, the guys who stayed, or Scat, trusting Coach Dillingham, staying another year, and just trusting the process and knowing that things take time, especially if something like this, the magnitude that we're trying to build, that's different from a lot of the teams in the country. We're trying to build a culture, getting the right guys in here, and that's what we want coming in. Guys like Sam, young cats like Sam, and more guys. We want transfer portal guys that want to come in and come to fit this culture, not try to do their own thing, but buy into what Coach Dillinham's saying.
Quick follow-up on that. You were a little banged up earlier about a hamstring injury, and now you've been seeing them continue to thrive off the connection that you guys have built. How does it feel to build off of that connection throughout the year and step up when your team needs you most?
Yeah, and I'm a 5th-year senior, so I've been through it all. Since my freshman year, I've been the main guy, I've been the bench guy, I've been the backup, I've been the number 2 receiver. So it's just being ready at all times. I know injuries happen. It's a game of football. If I didn't want to get injured, I'd go play tennis or something like that. But I play a physical game, and I play a lot of reps every single game. So injuries are going to happen. You're going to do hamstrings and stuff. But it's just staying ready. And Sam knew I was ready, and same with Melquan. Malik McClain didn't play since week 4 back in September, or Texas Tech, and the first thing he comes and makes a crazy one glove catch, like he didn't even have a other glove on. So it's just a testament to our receiver group, just being able to stay ready at all times. It's what Coach Ward teaches, is being ready, and Sam trusts us, and there wasn't no hesitation with him.
Blake, and then Damon.
Sam, for you personally in this game, what do you think are the essential keys for you to help broaden the team's
Yeah, I mean, as an offense, we gotta limit negatives on first and second down and just stay in normal down distances, and then third downs we gotta convert and take care of the ball. It's kind of basic stuff, but I feel like teams haven't done a great job with that. And the teams that have, like Georgia, then they struggled with that, and when Clemson had their best drives, it was when they did those things. So I gotta extend plays and get to my checkdowns and make plays when they need to be made. Just rely on my guys.
Just a quick follow-up on that. How do you feel your abilities in those areas have progressed and grown throughout the season?
Yeah, I'd just say it's understanding situational ball, because early in the season I might force the ball on, P and 10 when there's no reason to. Now we're 2nd and 10 rather than go to your check down. Now we're 2nd and 6. Now it's a different play call to get to 3rd and manageable, with a 3-yard gain versus a 7-yard, and just changes everything from the box's point of view with Coach Arroyo, with how he calls it. So me and him getting on the same page and understanding what the goal of each play is, I would say is probably one of the biggest areas where I've grown.
David Allred, Arizona Sports. Quinn Ewers kind of being one of the bigger faces in college football and kind of being at one of the points I'm sure you'd like to get to in your career. How are you viewing this matchup, and how familiar are you with his game?
Yeah, I've watched him for a fair amount of time now. I'm just excited for the opportunity. People keep counting me out since day one, and I'm gonna go prove I'm the better quarterback. And that's how I feel since day one. So I'm gonna go put everybody on the map.
Carrie O, Sam 12 News. This is for both of you, but just you can probably feel the surge from the community and the passion from the fan base that you guys have ignited. And I know that's kind of been the motto from Coach Dillingham. But for you, how much has that served as motivation, and how have you feel maybe a shift as you guys head to Atlanta in these past 3 weeks off to see the fan base kind of collectively find more passion?
I mean, it's sports, and fans want to see their team win. They want to see they want to get their money's worth come game time. So I feel like we've been putting the product out there with the players and the games that we've been winning. So it's been nice having fans show up to the games, even the away games. The last game turned out down in the Cowboy Stadium in Texas was nice, and it's good just to have that. It's like the 12th man to see the thing the Seahawks do. It's real. Having that type of energy, it helps a lot, and just keep coming, man. Please, if you can get a ticket, find some money. I know we've been keep winning and stuff, but find some money to come down to Atlanta and stuff. So you can bring your kids, all your aunties, uncles, and stuff. It helps a lot when you guys show up.
That's back to Jake.
Question for Sam, you've played against some physical defenses this year, been banged up against Utah, but playing against a defense like Texas, there's only so much you can do to really prepare. So how are you going to be able to take the hits but keep the next play mentality going?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I don't take too many hits as a quarterback. That wouldn't be too good. Our team's really physical and we're tough, so we're gonna go play some SEC ball and see what that really entails.
And then for both of you guys, obviously when the team improves and you guys are all doing your job, I know Coach has talked about that, and you mentioned that Sam trusting each other, but the growth overall, just the offensive line, obviously I know it's important for you, but just what have you seen from them, and how have they helped, just the team just in general in growth?
Yeah, I mean, the O-line comes to work every single day, and they're such good people, and, they're led by Leaf, and, he's a great leader, and, he gets me going in practice, and even in the games and everything like that, and you can look at a man in their eyes and just trust that they're going to, abide by their word and really put the work in, and that whole O-line group, is everything to do with that. So it first starts with your mental, and then their physical ability. We got some big dudes up front, and they got the ability to go do what they do, and y'all can see that's been a product with Scat in the run game, me having time in the pass game. So they are what gets the ball rolling on offense, and everything starts up front with them.
And then X, to follow up on that, I know obviously receivers want to get the ball, but going up against your defense and being physical has been since the beginning of fall camp. Getting downfield and blocking. Coach Ward has talked about that, and you've even mentioned you're a blocker. Obviously, you're probably not going to be out there, but how has been going up against your guys' defense? You feel improve the receiver room and blocking?
Yeah, it's just Shamari Simmons, Xavier Guillory, Ghost Riser. They're all just heat-seeking missiles. They're hard to block during practice. Like I'm good on blocking during game day because like those dudes are just, you see them on game day, they're just shooting the gaps, and them boys is hard to block and stuff. So when come game time, I'm able to, I've got that rep, hundreds of times since fall camp and stuff. So when it come game time, I'm ready to block for scat, and then just going back to our old line, the type of guys that we're. I'm 40 yards down the field, and I see number 79 and Fatanu running past me. I'm like, bro, 40 yards down the field. That just goes to show you what kind of guys that we got on our team. Our old line's not going to be, sandbagging. I think that's what they say, sandbagging. And them boys work hard from top to bottom and stuff. So you don't want to be the odd man out, because if you out there not blocking, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb and stuff. So you have to be going full out because everybody else is.